MGF Custom/Reviews.
What's going on, guys? It's Michael MGF, and today is a very exciting day for all LEGO fans because Toy Fair 2013 has just begun, and there have been so many pictures released of all themes except for Iron Man 3, and unfortunately, but these sets that they just look really phenomenal, and LEGO is obviously stepping up their game in terms of quality, and these sets look really great. But in this video, I will be covering the LEGO Star Wars sets and the LEGO Star Wars sets only, and just so you all know, all these images were generously supplied by FBTB. Link to their Flickr will be in the description below. It will be the first link you see, so huge thanks to them, and I hope their team is having a good time at Toy Fair. But let's go ahead and dive into this. So we're going to go ahead and begin with the Corporate Alliance Tank Droid. And the minifigures are really great in this, especially the new Jango Fett minifigure. We haven't gotten a new Jango Fett since 2003, and just the fact that we're getting a new Jango Fett is really awesome. And as you can see, the printing on his helmet is phenomenal. He has a silver jetpack, brand new leg printing, brand new belt printing, along with brand new torso printing. And then his face is unfortunately the same exact face as Boba Fett, which is a little bit of a shame, but hey, they are clones of each other, right? So I mean, what does it matter? And as you can see, it's just an overall great minifigure, and definitely one that we all wanted to eventually see LEGO make again. His pistols are a little bit but hey, LEGO, they can't go too far in terms of production. They've already done enough with this summer line. But you can see one of the brand new clone troopers is also included. That was released with the newer winter line. And you can also see a Geonosis, I never pronounced Geonosis wrong, a Geonosis battle droid. And that just means the color of the Geonosis battle droid is just a darker tan. It's almost like a reddish brown. And we've seen this color before, so nothing too new there, but definitely pretty cool. So that is the minifigures for this set. Now, the actual Corporate Alliance Tank Droid itself is really fantastic, and in general, it's always awesome to see a brand new Corporate Alliance Tank Droid. Unfortunately, the printing on the actual vehicle is now lacking, as the previous version, the Clone Wars version of this vehicle, had printing on the circular disc pieces that make up a good portion of the vehicle, and now this version does not, but the design in general does resemble the Clone Wars variant quite a bit. Either way, it's a Corporate Alliance Tank Droid, and it is always great to see these, especially with new and awesome minifigures. So just overall a great design, and the new treads, it's nice to see those again. So really great Corporate Alliance tank, and I definitely look forward to the set. This one will retail for about $20, 20 US dollars, $19.99, and for 271 pieces, I think that's definitely a good deal. Moving on with the new Duel on Geonosis, this set will actually retail for $39.99, and for 391 pieces, I definitely think that's alright. And you can see the minifigures for this set are really phenomenal. Yoda here has an entirely new mold for his head. The color is more accurate. His eyes are printed in very nicely, the same as his hair. He has an entirely new printed torso. And what's really cool about this is there's actually a feature that clicks him into a Technic system that allows for him to really jump around the hangar just like he did in the film. And then Count Dooku is really awesome as well. He has the same curved lightsaber hilt we've always seen him have. He has an entirely new printed torso, an entirely printed head, along with a double-sided head and a white hairpiece. So just really, that is the ultimate Count Dooku right there. If you ask me, I think that's just perfect. The next minifigure is Poggle the Lesser. Poggle the Lesser, the leader of the Geonosians. Why do I keep saying Geonosis? It's Geonosians. Sorry, I never say Geonosins. I never am one to mispronounce something. Anyway, Poggle the Lesser. Really awesome to see him made into a minifigure, especially with the new mold that LEGO put together for his head. Phenomenal printing on his head, along with his torso and legs, and just overall a great minifigure. The next minifigure and last minifigure is Count Dooku's pilot droid. Now, this really isn't too insane. It has basic droid elements, but what's really cool about it is the fact that it has a commando droid head from the Clone Wars sets, but it has a different print on it to represent his pilot droid, and it is definitely really awesome, and it'll probably serve its purpose very well because it looks a lot more accurate than the one we received in the Count Dooku Solar Sailor back in 2008. So the actual set is really awesome. It's obviously more of a playset, but in terms of playability and detail, it is really nice. One thing I didn't point out is that Plaga the Lesser actually includes the Death Star plans, which is really awesome. Now, this set actually includes the speeder that Count Dooku comes in on, and that is pretty sweet. It looks like it has a nice design. And then you can see another playability feature is that the same pillar that Count Dooku attempts to squash Obi-Wan and Anakin with in the film is included, and with the tug of a lever, that comes tumbling down. And then Yoda can be attached to a Technic mechanism, which allows, I would assume, for additional movement and just overall more playability for Yoda to jump around and attack Count Dooku. And other than that, I can't make out any other features aside from the fact that the set will be very posable. Like, you'll be able to bend these sections of the set very nicely. And that's about all I can make out, but it is definitely a pretty sweet set in terms of minifigures and the set. So the next set is easily the strangest out of the entire summer line for Star Wars. This is Jek 14 Stealth Starfighter. It has 550 pieces, and it'll be retailing for $69.99 US. And the reason I say this is so strange is because this is entirely made up by LEGO, and it is not official to Star Wars at all, as these characters and vehicles will be appearing in apparently what's called the New Yoda Chronicles, which was recently launched from LEGO. And in terms of minifigures, it's a really cool set, but once again, a little bit odd. Apparently Jek 14 is actually a character. He is apparently a Jedi with a white lightsaber hilt. You can see he has a double-sided head, a black hairpiece, a double-sided torso, and printed legs. And what's really cool about this, and easily a highlight, is that his arm, one of his arms is translucent blue and has printing on it, and that is just really awesome. And you can see his helmet. I don't know what it is about it, but that is a pretty sweet helmet. And just a really strange minifigure, but in terms of looks, he's pretty awesome. The next minifigure is apparently a Special Forces clone trooper. How a clone trooper has a stormtrooper helmet, I don't know, LEGO, you're weird, but the printing on his belt, legs, torso is just really awesome. And also the new printing on the newly colored stormtrooper helmet in blue also looks very cool. And he has a translucent light blue disc piece, which obviously serves as what appears to be a riot shield. So, interesting minifigure nonetheless, despite its weirdness. The next minifigure is a Separatist bounty hunter. Now, how are a Separatist and bounty hunter the same thing at all? Don't know, but once again, LEGO, you're weird. This one has a Mandalorian helmet with all kinds of printing detail on it, and you can see his torso and the back of his torso, really amazing printing. He has a printed belt along with printed legs, so really cool minifigure. And then the astromech that is included is pretty basic, nothing too special, but it does have some nice printing to it as well. Now, the actual vehicle in terms of coloration is very strange, but in terms of design, it is pretty cool. You've got some really nice sloping detail, posable wings, flick fire missiles, some really awesome engine detail. You've got a posable turret on the very top. You can see the minifigure inside the cockpit, and you can also see the astromech droid on the very top of the ship. And the set does look like it has a reasonable amount of stickers. But yeah, really interesting design. Very different than anything LEGO has done for any Star Wars set in the past, and it's pretty cool. Whoa, we haven't gotten a new ATTE based on the live-action version since 2003. Of course, we got the Clone Wars one that was inspired off the animated version, and you can see this set has 794 pieces, and it'll be retailing for $89.99 US. Not really that great of a price there, but whatever. It's still a new ATTE, and it looks awesome. And you can see the minifigures included are Mace Windu, a Coleman Treebor, brand new Jedi, a Clone Commander, brand new Clone Trooper variant, and 2 Geonosian battle droids. And you can see that the actual Mace Windu has white legs with dark tan printing. Little weird there. I feel like the white legs should have been left out. They aren't really necessary. The head is the exact same head that we got with the Palpatine's Arrest Mace Windu, and you can see his torso resembles the Clone Wars variant of Mace Windu, very similar, and he does not have back printing, which is unfortunate. But Coleman Trebor, however, is a different story. He has an entirely new mold for his head, and you can see his eyes printed in look phenomenal. He has brand new torso printing, brand new belt printing, and brand new leg printing. Mace Windu also has belt print, a little bit of belt printing, by the way. And you can see it's just an overall great minifigure, and it's really awesome to see this Jedi made in Lego, even though he was only in Attack of the Clones for a few seconds before he got shot off a balcony by Jango Fett. And you can see we get 2 new battle droids. Well, I guess these aren't really that new, because we have gotten battle droids in this same color before, but these are in the Geonosis color scheme, which means they are a darker color. You can see that one of them actually has yellow markings to designate his rank, as I would assume a battle droid commander, and definitely pretty cool. 2 little battle droids, nothing too insane. So as you can see, the actual ATTE is really awesome. You can see it does actually have quite a few amounts of stickers, unless those are actually printed pieces. Some of them do actually look like they are printed, but anyway, as you can see, there are a ton of rotatable ball turrets on the entire vehicle. You have 2 on the back and 4 in the front, so that's 6 in total, and that's a lot of firepower. And you can see not only that, but you have the entire rotatable turret on the top, and that is completely posable with 2 flick fire missiles. The actual back opens up along with the front, and revealing 2 areas for seating of the minifigures. The cockpit slides out so you can seat the clone commander to drive the actual ATTE and pilot it. And then the legs, the 6 legs, are all posable as well. And in terms of concept, this is extremely similar to the Clone Wars design, but hey, that's more than welcome because that was a great design overall. And definitely, I am really looking forward to this, and I'll definitely be getting 1 or 2 of them. The homing spider droid has 295 pieces, and it will be retailing for $29.99. I guess that's a good price, but either way, this looks like it'll be a great set to get multiple of, and I don't know why they didn't call this set Homing Spider Droid and Dwarf Spider Droid, because you do get both the Dwarf Spider Droid and the huge Homing Spider Droid. So I don't know why LEGO didn't add that into the title, maybe because things would have been getting too long, I don't know. But also, the minifigures for this set are really phenomenal. You get a Phase 1 Clone Trooper with a connector on his long blaster to mimic a DC-15A, and you get 2 Super Battle Droids. And those are pretty cool, but easily the highlight of this set is gonna be Adi Gallia. She has a brand new headpiece, a brand new face, brand new torso, brand new legs, brand new belt. All of the printing is just really phenomenal, but really what stands out is the entirely new headpiece that LEGO has put together and printed just amazingly on it. It just looks like a great minifigure overall, and I definitely look forward to seeing her in this set. The other 2 minifigures included are a basic Phase 1 Clone Trooper that we have seen before, and then 2 Super Battle Droids who, obviously, as you can see here, were abused a little bit at Toy Fair. The actual Homing Spider Droid is very similar to the previous Homing Spider Droid that we got back in 2008. The legs look very, very similar, and as you can see, the designs for the center circular area and the turrets are entirely new, but either way, this thing really does look like the previous, but nonetheless, this looks like a great version of the Homing Spider Droid, and this is based off of the live-action Spider Droid, not the animated one like the previous one was, but like I said, this will be a great vehicle. And then the Dwarf Spider Droid is also very cool. The design, we've seen it before, but it is now in a dark bluish gray and light bluish gray color, so nice to see the Dwarf Spider Droid again, especially with a Homing Spider Droid. So getting the best of both worlds there, pretty awesome, and all in one set for a pretty reasonable price. So the next set is easily one of the most anticipated sets for the summer line, Jabba's Sail Barge. We haven't gotten a Jabba's Sail Barge since like 2006, so to get another one of these is just really awesome because I remember getting the older Jabba's Palace and it was just like a dream to me and it was so exciting. I'm really looking forward to getting a second version of it considering I broke mine down. But anyway, this one will be $119 US and it'll have 850 pieces. There have been sets in the past with a greater piece count and the same price, but hey, LEGO has been increasing their prices. There's nothing we can do about it. But either way, this set looks really awesome. However, it is a little bit smaller than the previous Sail Barge. So the minifigures, we have Jabba the Hutt, which is the same as the Jabba that we got with the previous Jabba's Palace set, and he comes with a chain that then attaches to the brand new Princess Leia in her slave outfit. And you can see the printing on her legs, her belt, and her torso look really great and very accurate, very detailed. And she has the same exact face that we've seen in previous Princess Leia variants that LEGO has used recently, but then usually the highlight of the minifigure, the highlight of the minifigure is the brand new hairpiece. And this hairpiece looks very detailed and overall a great design, and also in terms of printing it is also great. And the next minifigure is R2-D2. R2-D2 has the dinner plate thing that he had in Return of the Jedi, and you do get 2 cups on that. You can actually fit 3 because the beer bottle is included with the set, so you can fit 4 cups in total on him. But he's just, you know, it's a standard R2-D2 that we've gotten recently in other sets. Nothing too insane. The next minifigure is Reese, and he has an entirely new head mold, and we've seen this species all across Star Wars too. So to finally get a actual minifigure using the same, you know, that is this species is really cool, and it definitely looks great. LEGO did a great job, and you can see the printing on his front and back along with the printing on the actual head looks great. The next minifigure is a Weequay pirate, and the Weequay pirate, it's not actually called a pirate in this, but I'm just calling it a Weequay pirate. Anyway, the Weequay is really cool because he has a brand new torso and head. Both have double-sided printing. His ponytail, which starts on his head, continues down to his torso. And normally it doesn't really look right when LEGO does that. It doesn't look natural, but in turn on this one, it actually looks really good, and it does actually look like a ponytail that's continuing all the way down to his torso. So LEGO actually accomplished it this time. The next minifigure is Max Rebo, and Max Rebo, I don't know why, but he really seems like a highlight to me. He doesn't exactly include his piano, but it's just really awesome to get him in this set because he has an entirely new mold for his head and some really nice printing on his eyes. But really the highlight of this minifigure is the color and the design of the headpiece, because other than that, he doesn't have any torso printing or anything else. He's just really a cool little minifigure to have in this set. The actual sail barge is really cool. However, like I said, it is a little bit smaller than the previous, but either way, it's a brand new sail barge. I love it, and I'll give you my reasons now, because it has a lot of opening flaps for all of your minifigures to peek out and watch Luke and Han be thrust into the Sarlacc pit below. And then I assume that all of those flaps do have stickers on them and those pieces are not printed. I don't think LEGO loves us enough to make those all printed pieces, but either way, this is a great set, and his whole summer line is. Anyway, you can see what looks to be a brig in there, a dungeon. Then we have a rotatable turret on the top. We have 3 huge sails. You can see the back, and it just entirely opens up with an enormous amount of flaps, and it almost looks like there's like a disco floor on the bottom there. I don't know what that's about, but it's definitely pretty cool. But then you can see the turret is also pretty accurate to the actual movie's turret that we saw, and if I'm not mistaken, you can see that the actual turret can be used as a flick fire missile turret, so you can just like take the turret and just shoot half of it off, because that's totally natural. But LEGO will stick flick fire missiles wherever they can. So really awesome sail barge, and in terms of playability and design, it's a great set, and I really look forward to having a second chance at not destroying a sail barge set, because that was like my favorite set before I destroyed it, the previous one. But this looks like it'll be great. Alright, now this is exciting. This is a brand new Republic gunship. This set will have 1,175 pieces, and it'll be retailing for $119 US. Now that is a good value, and it's just really awesome to be able to get a Republic gunship again, because Republic gunships are just really definitive to the LEGO Star Wars community. We'll see these vehicles in stop motions, Clone Army videos, we'll see them in mocks, you name it, you will find a gunship somewhere in the LEGO Star Wars community. These things are everywhere, and to get a brand new variant is just really, really awesome, and I'm very much looking forward to this set. And as you can see, the minifigures are really great as well. These have plenty of updates to them. We get 2 brand new Anakin and Obi-Wan minifigures in their Attack of the Clones outfit, a brand new Padme Amidala, and 2 super battle droids, along with a brand new clone captain and a brand new clone pilot. So holy crap, LEGO is flooding us with new minifigures for this line. So we'll begin with the brand new Padme Amidala in her arena outfit, and as you can see, this minifigure looks really great, and she has a brand new hairpiece, and this hairpiece looks like a very default female hairstyle, so we'll probably be seeing this in other themes. But furthermore, she has a double-sided printed face, and this is really great. It resembles Natalie Portman very much. However, I feel like the color of the lips is a little bit distracting and a little bit too vibrant. But then her alternative face is actually a little bit too much of a happy face, if you will. So I'm not particularly fond of the second facial expression, but it works. I'm just glad that we finally got this minifigure. It's about time. The next minifigure is a Attack of the Clones variant Anakin Skywalker, and of course he hasn't exactly lost his arm yet, so he doesn't have a robotic arm. But anyway, you can see that the hairpiece is the same exact hairpiece that was used for the Hawkeye minifigure in the Avengers set back in 2012. But you can see the facial expression, or just the overall face, is a little bit strange because it makes Anakin look a lot older than he is. I feel like LEGO could have done a much better job with that. But then you can see his torso has a Padawan braid printed onto it, and it's just overall really accurate. The printing on the torso, the back of the torso, the belt, the back of the belt, and the legs is really accurate and looks phenomenal. The next minifigure is Obi-Wan Kenobi in his Attack of the Clones outfit. And you can see that this has the same exact face that we got with the Anakin's Jedi Interceptor back in 2012, and this has the same facial expression, same printing, so you have the more calm facial expression along with the more aggressive and angered facial expression. Now the hair is a little bit of a letdown because all it is a recolored Dastan hairpiece, and this hairpiece is beginning to be overused quite a bit. And I don't really feel like it was the right choice for Obi-Wan, but I mean, what can you do? Then you have the torso printing, and the torso printing is alright. It's just your basic Jedi outfit, but it is some really nice printing on his legs, his belt, and his torso. Now the next minifigure is a clone captain, and this one is really great as well because this is pretty much the same exact concept as your clone sergeant and clone commander, but it is now in a dark red to represent the same rank as the clone captain. And it looks great, perfect color choice, and just an overall great minifigure. The final minifigure is a clone pilot. You only get one pilot to pilot the gunship, which has 2 cockpits. But what can you do? LEGO has to save money wherever they can. But you can see that this one is really nice. It keeps the same design as your average Phase 1 clone that we've gotten in the 2013 lines, or the first 2013 line with the smaller set. Anyway, so you have 2 Republic symbols printed on in red, along with some yellow designs on the top area of the helmet right above the visor, so very accurate. However, these guys don't have fins, and I think it would have been a good opportunity for LEGO to redesign the helmet a bit, get rid of that fin, because then it would have been a bit more accurate. But LEGO did this with their previous Clone Pilot variant back in the Clone Wars V19 Torrent, so I can understand why they kept the same concept. His torso is a brand new torso. This is the torso based off of the live-action Clone Trooper, but now with a Clone Pilot, I don't know what you call it, like a chest piece? It's attached to their helmet. And then the back of the torso is just very standard. But either way, really awesome minifigure to finally see in a live-action variant, because the previous one we got was a Clone Wars animated variant. So, like I said, live-action variants, I'm loving them. And of course we get the 2 Super Battle Droids. Nothing too special there. The actual Republic gunship is very similar in terms of design to the previous, but it has its share of differences and stickers. So as you can see, this one now has ball turrets, and ball turrets are not actually on the Republic gunship from the Clone Wars, because the Clone Wars variant does not have ball turrets, but the Attack of the Clones variant does. So really awesome to see the ball turrets implemented onto this Republic gunship. And you can see the actual cockpit pieces are much more rounded now. We've seen this piece for a while now, and it's really cool to see it on the Republic gunship because it's definitely more fitting and accurate. Then you have the same containers, like right above the opening and closing doors that we have seen on the previous Republic gunship. Those are still there, and you can see you put all the accessories and weapons, whatever you might want to put in there. So there are 4 of those in total. Nice to see those again. Now, there are a lot more missiles on this Republic gunship than the previous. On the very top there, it does keep a very similar design, but there are more missiles this time. Then you also have the same ball turrets on the wings. These have, once again, a little bit of different of a design, and you can see minifigures in each. And then you can probably put a pretty enormous amount of minifigures inside the, the hangar bay, or it's not really a hangar bay, is it? It's more of just a troop bay. And you can put a pretty good amount of minifigures in there if you modify it, because if you guys remember back in 2008 when the Republic gunship came out, you couldn't really put that many minifigures into it until you just modified the floor a bit. And I assume it's the same case with this one. And then you can see there are no back-to-tanks with this set, which isn't a problem. I mean, it just allows for more room, and it's just overall a great representation of the Attack of the Clones gunship. And then you can see there are some Republic symbols on this one, along with a ball turret in the very back. And then the actual back opens up, revealing, you have a ramp on the back which opens up, and then you can pull out a speeder. The speeder is a little bit of a strange design. We've seen the speeder before, and I'm not exactly sure why LEGO has really persisted to use this speeder. They used it in the previous gunship, and now they're using it again in this one. I assume I can't exactly remember, but I would assume it has its design differences, but it does look relatively similar. So that is the new Republic gunship. I know you guys are really excited for this. I am myself. And leave a comment below. How many gunships do you plan on getting? I plan on getting at least 2. Not all at once. I'll be getting 1 to review, and then 1 later on, in, a few months afterward. Because it's just awesome to have 2 of these. So yeah, New Republic gunship. Just leave a like for that, because it's awesome. New Republic gunship. Awesomeness. Excited. Okay. The Mandalorian Speeder is going to have 211 pieces and will be retailing for $24.99 US. And honestly, that's a good value, mainly for the minifigures. Now, the design for the actual speeder is really great, but it's the minifigures that really excite me for this set. Now, I'm not going to spoil just as to why these Death Watch Super Commandos are in a dark red color, because you'll have to watch the Clone Wars to find out, because the story arc with which this speeder and these characters take place is just recently ended, and I won't really explain as to why these Mandalorians are in a red color. But as you can see, it's pretty obvious that they are allied with Darth Maul. That's just obvious right off the bat. But you can see that the Super Commandos are really great. They have a dark red color scheme along with a huge black handprint that goes all over the front of their helmet. And you can see that the dark red color on the helmet almost resembles like a metallic dark red, and that's pretty cool. And you can see that the visor, the T-visor, is a little bit thinner than your average Death Watch soldier, if you will. And you can see the torso printing is also really cool, because it has like, I'll reveal this, that in the Death Watch they ended up repainting their armor, that's why they are dark red. And you can see that they really tried to bring that out and make it look like it was just added on, because it really looks like that the red color was splattered on his torso. So really good torso printing there. And then you can see that this one does actually have back printing, which is also really nice. You got that same red splatter effect, and there's some really great printing there. The actual jetpack is a gunmetal color, the same exact jetpack that we got with pre-Vizsla in the Mandalorian fighter. And then you can see the head is the exact same as the previous Death Watch Mandalorians. So nothing too insane there. But now we have the brand new Darth Maul Clone Wars variant. And this one is really awesome. However, Darth Maul didn't appear this way in the story arc that the takeover of Mandalore took place in. So I'm not really sure why LEGO elected to use this sort of variant for Darth Maul, but it definitely is pretty cool, and I was looking forward to this for a while. So as you can see, he does have 2 brand new robotic legs. Just his belt and his legs are brand new. They resemble General Grievous quite a bit, but they obviously are thicker and have their own style and concept to it. And you can see that it's just a really brilliant design for his robotic legs. Some people complain that he is a little bit too tall, but if you watch the Clone Wars episode and you look at and see how tall Darth Maul actually is, when he stands straight up, when he had these robotic legs, he was pretty tall. So I'm really not going to complain about how tall he is. Now you can see that his torso printing is really great. His shirtless, the shirtless overall concept of this is really great, including the arm printing and the printing on the back. And then the actual face is also really nice. I have to kind of get used to it because this is the animated Darth Maul, so it's not exactly a movie variant. So you can see that his eyes are more, you can see that they look a lot more animated than your average Darth Maul face that we've gotten in previous minifigures. And then he also includes not only his red lightsaber, but a dark saber, and I'm not going to reveal just as to why he has that dark saber, because that would be spoiling it. But, yeah, so really awesome set, and I'm definitely looking forward to this, especially for just all the minifigures in general, because these minifigures are great. So, yeah. But not only for the minifigures, but for this awesome speeder, because this speeder is really great in terms of design and curvature. You've got some really nice coloration to it. You've got a dark blue, a light bluish gray, dark bluish gray, and black's color scheme to it. You've got a rotatable turret on the very top there. You can bend that up and down. That's what it looks to, you know, that feature looks like that'll be there. Then you also have a very spacious cockpit that looks very awesome, and it almost looks like you can see two minifigures in there. And that's always welcome, because sometimes, you know, minifigures don't really sit in their cockpits very nicely. And then you also have two flick fire missiles on the bottom, and you can see that this one does look like it'll have a decent amount of stickers. But really great speeder. You can also see that there are two little posts that you can put weapons on, so you can just take the Death Watch Super Commandos or Mandalorian Super Commandos and put their blasters on those little hooks so that they're not in your way. And just a really great set. This looks phenomenal, and I'm very much looking forward to it, especially since the story arc that this all took place in just ended and the excitement is still fresh. So for the final set, excluding the planet sets, we have the 2013 Advent Calendar, and this set will have 254 pieces, and it'll retail for $39.99. And this one looks a lot better than the 2012 Advent Calendar in terms of minifigures and vehicles. The vehicles here look like they're designed a lot better. They don't look as simple, and the minifigures are brand new, especially the new Boba Fett. And you know, we haven't gotten a young Boba Fett since 2003. So to get a modern Boba Fett, a new one, is just really exciting. And he looks great. The face looks great. And you can see the Dastan hair. Unlike the Obi-Wan minifigure, this time it's actually appropriate because it does look like his, Daniel Logan's hair that he had when he was filming this movie, filming Attack of the Clones back God knows how long ago. Anyway, the next minifigure that you get is Jango Fett, and Jango Fett, you get the same helmet you get from the Corporate Alliance tank, a brand new printed torso with what looks to be like a whitish scarf on it. You have a Mandalorian torso, which is really cool, and how that shows through. And then you also have a mistletoe attached to his chest there, and it looks like you have some gifts attached to his belt, and I would assume he has back printing, but I can't exactly see because his backpack kind of covers it up. But inside his backpack you have two gifts, just two 1x1 tiles in different colors to represent gifts. And then you also get the same Obi-Wan that we get from the Republic Gunship. You get the same clone captain that we get from the Republic Gunship. And then you also get a brand new Scout Trooper. The Scout Trooper looks really awesome. This time the Scout Trooper has black arms and legs, which is different than any other Scout Troopers before. And he has a printed torso, printed belt, and printed legs. So really great minifigure there. And he also has printing on the back of his torso and belt. So overall, really great Scout Trooper. Definitely one that needed an update and looks great. Now the vehicles included with this one are really fantastic. You actually get a sleigh for Jango, which is pretty cool, and you can see that they actually used a jetpack to mimic kind of a propelling, the jetpack is pretty much being used to propel the sleigh rather than reindeer. Jango has a jetpack strapped to the back of it to fly around, which is pretty funny. And I look forward to that, definitely. And then you also get Jango Fett's Slave 1. We got the Slave 1 back in the 2011 Advent Calendar, but it's going to be really cool to get Jango Fett's Slave 1 in this Advent Calendar. And then we also get an astromech droid, a rebel soldier, which has a Lord of the Rings head. We get a Bespin vehicle. We get a solar sailor. We get the same exact. We get Count Dooku's pilot droid. We get a battle droid, a Geonosis, a Republic dropship, a Republic gunship, an ATTE, a Phase 1 clone trooper, a Separatist shuttle, Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter, an accumulator, a frigate, and then another vehicle whose name escapes me. But, these just look really great. I didn't exactly name the gun racks, but you do get a Geonosian gun rack. And, I didn't exactly name all of them. I tried to at least, but you get some gun racks. And, you just get plenty of stuff here. So, pretty awesome. Definitely pretty awesome. And this looks like it'll definitely beat out last year's advent calendar, because unlike last year's advent calendar, the designs of these vehicles actually look creative and look like LEGO didn't just put them together in 2 seconds. So really awesome advent calendar, and I definitely look forward to it. So for the final trio of LEGO Star Wars 2013 summer sets that were revealed at Toy Fair of this year, we have Series 3 of the Planet sets. And these ones definitely look great, except the third one kind of looks particularly ridiculous. Anyway, so we'll start off with the Jedi Starfighter and Camino planet. And the Camino planet looks really great. Definitely looks like quite a lot like Camino, the birthplace of all clone troopers. Not much else to it other than it looks just like Camino, and great job by LEGO there. And then we also get R4P17, Obi-Wan's astromech droid, and great printing on him. I think he is a new minifigure in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong, but he does have some very nice printing to him. The printing on his dome looks very nice, and he does have printing on the back of, the back of his dome and the back of his torso, which also is very nice, and just great astromech overall, and that is Obi-Wan's astromech, by the way. And then the Jedi Starfighter, very nice, some great slopes used there. The cockpit also looks relatively nice, and then you have a Republic symbol piece, and that's actually like a little 1x1 circular tile, and it has a Republic symbol printed onto it. And honestly, I think for mocks, that piece will be very, very useful, and if you can find large quantities of it on Bricklink whenever this set becomes popular. But anyway, the next planet set we have is the Republic Assault ship and Coruscant. And Coruscant, Heyo just made a Coruscant. That was my most recent mock at Brick Fair, Virginia of 2012, almost said 2013. And then we have this one comes with the Clone Trooper, basic Phase 1 Clone Trooper. So, not anything too exciting there, but it is nice to get one. And the planet itself does actually look quite a lot like Coruscant. LEGO can only go so far in terms of printing on the planet, but it does look quite a lot like Coruscant, and kudos to LEGO for making one of my favorite planets of Star Wars. And then you have the Republic Assault ship, which looks quite a bit like the Battlefront 2 frigates, if any of you guys remember those. Leave a comment if you do, like to know. But it definitely has a pretty nice design to it. You have some really nice engines and just a really great design, and I definitely think it serves its purpose as being a Republic Assault ship or frigate. And then the final set for this video, which is the planet set, we have the worst of them all, the TIE Bomber and Asteroid Field. I didn't know an asteroid field is a planet, LEGO. You are stupid, but the actual TIE Bomber itself looks very nice in terms of design. It looks just like a TIE Bomber, and the engines, the cockpit looks absolutely fantastic, and I'm in love with the design of that, because normally LEGO can only go so far in terms of design for these mini-scale models. With the TIE Bomber, they nailed it. And then you can see it does also include a TIE Bomber pilot, and this one, to represent that it is a TIE Bomber pilot, not just your average TIE Fighter pilot, has some different printing apps. You can see there is a little bit more silver detail on this one than compared to previous TIE Fighter pilots. So really nice TIE Fighter pilot, and he does have printing on it from the front and back, and he does also include a pistol. And yeah, so then the actual quote-quote planet is a asteroid field. So all LEGO did, they took some different colored brown marks and basically shat all over it. So not that cool, and real honestly, LEGO, what the heck is that? Definitely looks really bad, and that does not look like an asteroid field. So really strange one there, but yeah. So that is about it for all of the 2013 lineup, all the new 2013 sets. This was an enormous amount of recording, and God bless your soul if you stuck around for the whole video. Please leave a comment below if you did. I would really like to know. And leave a like, because a lot of work went into this. I'm a bit stressed out at the moment. But either way, I wanted to get this video done and up for you guys. I would have gotten it up sooner, but I really wanted to get timing and everything right. Like when I talk about certain things, I wanted to make sure the photos matched what I was speaking. So quite a bit of editing, quite a bit of recording, and like I said, I would really appreciate it if you just click that like button. It goes a long way. So these sets look phenomenal. The designs of these sets and the overall minifigures and everything about these sets, aside from this planet set, the TIE Bomber set, they look great. And I am really, really looking forward to the 2013 lineup of summer sets for LEGO Star Wars line. So that about concludes this insanely long video. And I am going to go to bed. Anyway, I really appreciate your time if you sat down to watch this video. I really love your soul. And yeah, so hope everyone has been having a good time at Toy Fair. I'm not sure when it actually ends, but you know, hope you're all having a great time. I know my bros Jason and Steven from the Brick Show, they are there right now, along with my good friend Josh from the Brick Central and your creative friends. Everyone's there, you know, and it definitely seems like it'll be really fun. Thank you guys once again for watching the video, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye. That just shows how much I've been recording. Bye. I've been recording too much, I can't do it. What happened? No. No, I have to do it. Bye. That was the best I can do, guys, I'm sorry. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.